Okay, hi class. I'm Alejandro,
And I am Gabriel.
and today we're talking about the ghost fishing.
And Alejandro, what is the ghost fishing?
Well, ghost fishing, they call it ghost because it fishes even after its owners have deemed it dead. Thousands of tons of drift nets and other fishing equipment lost in the sea trap all kinds of marine animals, which dies slowly. Despite the ban of trawl nets, other types of equipment currently cause similar or worse damage. The ARM proposed various measures necessary to prevent damage to ecosystems from increasing over the next few years. Baskets, traps, and above all, draft nets. When they get lost in the sea, they continue to increasingly capture all kinds of animals, from canters to turtles or birds. It is the so-called ghost fish. Its silent but lethal effect can last for months, even years, given the resistant material that makes the fishing equipment. For some of these living beings, it becomes a risk that increases in danger of extinction, such as the mount seal of the Mediterranean. Phantom fishes represent a slow and aggressive death for the victims. The animals are trapped and die sadly, become easy bait for predators, or lose some their limbs when trying to escape. The sea floor on these species then depend on the such positioning can also be damaged.
How to fight ghost fishing?
Oh, we can fight ghost fishing. Those responsible for the fight of ghost fishing is the FAO and UNEP report stress that the effects of phantom fishing will worsen in the coming years in effect measures are not taken. Review international legislation for the prevent of population of shrimps, especially that are finished equipment. Promote premium for fishermen to report the loss of gear and for those who find a carry lost equipment. Encourage the use of new technology to reduce and locate lost equipment. Now, Gabriel, you can tell me why gold fishing is so scary.
Yes, I can. Unfortunately, it's overwhelming as it doesn't. Phantom fishing occurs when lost or disturbed fishing gear stays in the ocean and trap fish or other forms of marine life. Increasingly killing everything they catch. Abandon, lost or discard fishing gear. It's being recognized as a challenge that we must now address for the sake of our marine environment and the people whose lives and livelihoods depend on it. Is estimated that at least tons of fishing gear are lost or abandoned in the ocean each year. The United Nations Environment Programs estimate that 1 of 10 of the waste in the ocean comes from these phantom reefs, killing fish and other species such as whales, dolphins, seals, and turtles, some of which are in danger of extinction. Is one of the many devastating effects of LDFG. Unfortunately, that is not only problem. The abandoned arts can also alter marine environment and ships and damage the navigation when the propellers of ships are trapped in them, causing shipwrecks and accidents with fatalities. Phantom reefs can also end up on the beach garbage, becoming a danger birds and other coastal species and a risk to the health and safety of birds.
Ask me. Oh, how are the ghost fishing right generating?
Okay, there are many different causes for fishing gears to end in the ocean. Storms or bad weather can drag the front of the boats into the water. The marine environment itself can cause fishing gears to break, or it can become entangled in other objects in the sea and make it too difficult to record them. Ownership of some fishing gears may not be very clear, and therefore there are something abandoned without consequence. Sometimes there are many not adequate facilities in the port for bats to discard rings of their useful life. Fishing gear can also be deliberately discarded within illegal fishing practices or simple loss a result of accident and human errors.
And what can we do?
Marking of fishing gears. Uh, what you can tell me about improved information and recovery?
Okay, the improved information and recovery. The loss of gear must be reported so that actions can be taken to recover them. However, it is possible that many ships cannot recover the equipment tensely because they lack the proper equipment or because it was dangerous for the crew. Other bases do not report losses due to fear of being sanctioned. Approach could be adopted to eliminate the ships liable for losses. And illegal fishing. Also, some gear is lost by accident. Others are abandoned in context of illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. Illegal fishing boats sometimes get rid of their fishing gear when police surveillance boats are nearby or when they have been denied access to a port. Economic incentives for prevention. Some fishing gear may not have much monetary value, therefore fishermen have little incentive to properly care for its recovery and when it's lost. This production for programs that add value to the fishing gears at the end of its own life, or create economic incentives to deliver this material on the appropriate disposal or recycling facilities could be a way to make this option attractive to fishermen. And now, when you can tell me what does phantom fishing have to do with Amber Zero?
Okay. Phantom fishing damaged our ocean and wasted the sources of food they harbor. With the increasing pressure on all the natural resources, we cannot ignore the vital role that marine life plays for the food security and communicate and people around the world. Thus, fishing harms the livelihoods of fishermen and coastal communities. Nearly 2,000 million people depend on fishing and aquaculture their livelihood. The more illegal on phantom fishing there is, fewer resources. We have around the world to make a living and ambition sources of safe food. By raising awareness in the issue, particular fishermen and government who may be unaware of real impact, we can address issues that are detrimental to our environment or resources for food security and looking on your future.
Now we're finishing to talk about this, and when you can tell me why it's so bad for the ocean.
Okay, it's bad because the people didn't have food or didn't have work because didn't catch all the spices of marine animals. And what do you think?
I think ghost fishing is bad because a lot of material that the fishermen don't use or don't need no more, they just throw it in the ocean, and that causes to a lot of animals to die. And we have to stop doing this because the ocean is an important environment for human life. So we need it to be safe for the animals, and we have to stop doing that.
Didn't throwing away plastic or different environment.
This was all for today. Thank you for hearing us, and have a good day. Thanks.
Thank you.